Hi, good afternoon for everyone. This is our podcast about communicative language teaching. My name is Melanie,
My name is Araceli.
And my name is Andrea.
and today we are going to present you our communicative language teaching experience during our practicum. So, first, I would like to start. I did my practicum on la Unidad Educativa Fiscomisional La Salle with students with 5th, 4th, and 7th grade.
I did my practicum at the same school that you did, at Unidad Educativa La Salle, with students from I think 15 or 16 years old. And
Well, in my case, I did my practicum on FENCA in the high school, in the Linda Toral High School, with students from first, second, and third grade of bachillerato. Obviously, with teenagers.
So I imagine that your work and your teaching was really difficult with teenagers, right? Well, in my
Yeah.
case, we're children, so it was quite easy.
I think it's more easy to children instead of teenagers because the children can participate more. Instead of teenagers, we need to motivate to participate.
Yeah, and as a teacher said, they are like a sponge because they absorb everything that you teach them. So now I would like to give you or to teach you my experience. Okay, so my teacher called Yerika did an interview with the students. First, they used the thinking skills where the students think about different questions to ask their classmates about countable and uncountable things. For example, there are, some, and any. So they were like maybe anxious because speaking in English for them it's something difficult. And now I would like to explain you the activity. So first the teacher said you need to write a question for your classmate, and the students had like a fridge about different types of food, for example milk, sugar, olive oil, and some stuff like that. So then the students write some questions and they went outside to ask them. I would like to hear you a little bit your activity, your experience, and then one of us are going to explain in that day.
Okay, an activity that my teacher called Carolina did with their students was role play as a part of a project that was on the book. And this activity consists on first create a poster, and then the students have to create a dialogue and act as if they are selling a product, well, an innovative product, and they have to work in groups and do collaborative work to do well the activity.
But I think that it's not a good strategy to implement the communicative language teaching. Just write a dialogue and present the dialogue.
I think the same, but my teacher only do this kind of activities, role plays, or only the activities that the book has. And yeah.
For example, in my case, the teacher just used the role play, and I think that there is more strategies, activities that we can implement to provide a communicative language. For example, we can use interviews, as you said before, jigsaw reading. No, jigsaw reading.
Jigsaw reading.
Yeah, jigsaw reading, something like that. And also, for example, in one activity that I remember, it was a role play based on business. For example, the students write a dialogue, giving advice how to grade a client or customers, and selecting a different products of effort. And yeah, and I think that they I don't know how do I say it? I don't know. I don't remember, but well, yeah, basically that the teacher can use more strategy, but him use just role play.
Yeah, I get your point. See, yes, it's important to the teacher implement different kinds of activities for the students, variety of activities, diversity of activities, because one advantage of communicative language teaching is implement different kinds of activity. It doesn't matter the different diversity of the students. So now, well, to finish this, we are going to explain you or if that activity was affordable for them, it was good for them or not. In my opinion, in my point of view, the activity was really beautiful for the students because they practice the vocabulary from the book, and also they practice their speaking fluency and meaning skills, as communicative teaching said in the principles. Also, the teacher, yeah, in the alternative assessment, my teacher checked their pronunciation, their speaking through observation, through asking them some questions. And so, Araceli, and you.
In my case, I think the that activity was not affordable for students because the teacher was more focused on the product instead of the process and how the students learn, because when they had to present the role play, the teacher only listened to them, but she didn't give feedback about the pronunciation. So in some presentations, if you are if you are at the end of the class, you didn't hear, so that the teacher didn't pay attention to that. So I think that was not affordable for them.
And what about you?
Yeah. First, I would like to add that the teacher for that my teacher add a collaborative work, and in the group work the students share the idea, share about the topic, and I like that. For example, because the communicative language teaching basically is that the students share ideas, share different reasons, for example, and I would like to and I like too that the teachers gives topics that the students prefers, for example, about movies, music. So I like that, and basically the communicative language teaching is that the students provide an effective information about needs or preference. So I would like to share that.
Okay, so in conclusion, communicative language teaching is a good strategy, it's a good method when the students can share their ideas, share their opinions, and also, yeah, also interact each other with their classmates, with the teacher. Another thing is that communicative language teaching is student-centered, not teacher-centered. It's not traditional method, it's a communicative method. So basically that, and also the learner autonomy, it's important in communicative language teaching. And to say all the activities that we mentioned were affordable and were not affordable for the students. But we should implement a more communicative practice, because English is not only grammar or it's not only vocabulary. It's a diversity of different skills: grammar, vocabulary, speaking, listening, writing, reading. So it's important. Thank you for listening to our podcast, and goodbye.
Goodbye.